Hello, good day, everyone. My name is Smith Adebo, and I'll be taking you maths today. In our subsequent classes, we're dealing with geometric theorems. The entire topic, the main topic, is geometry, and we've talked about some theorems based on triangles. So today we'll be doing something broader than the triangles we treated. We'll be dealing with polygons. Now, a triangle is a polygon. A polygon is simply a plane shape with more than 3 sides. Now, every plane shape with more than 3 sides are referred to as polygons. So today we'll be exploring the realm of polygon. We're dealing with the theorems. Basically, today we'll be studying how we can actually get the sum of interior angles of any polygon. In our previous classes, we knew the sum of interior angles for a triangle. We said it was 180 degrees, and we were using it to solve questions. And what if another polygon was being given to you? You're given a plane shape with 4 sides, a plane shape with 5 sides. How do you get it? Now, today we'll be dealing basically on the concept of polygon. What are polygons? What are examples of polygons? How do we name polygons and the rest? So I'm sure you're going to enjoy this class. I would love you to stay tuned and stay very attentive, because each point is very, very necessary when you consider external exams. Now, polygon refers to a plane shape with 3 or more sides. A plane shape with 3 or more sides is referred to as a polygon. Now, examples are triangle, square, circle, rectangle, pentagon, etc. Now, once the plane shape has 3 or more sides that are joined together, you notice that a polygon is always designed in a way that it has edges and it has angles. The sides are joined together at different vertices. Now, the sides themselves will form the edges of this plane shape. Now, examples of plane shapes are, we have triangle. The triangle we're talking about in our previous class is an example of a plane shape. It has 3 sides. Like I said, 3 or more sides. Now, even if it's 100-sided polygon or 100-sided plane shape. Now, we have plane shapes and we have solid shapes. Now, plane shapes are shapes that do not have hollow. Now, once I say what I mean by it doesn't have a hollow is that it cannot contain any content in it. It does not have an inside. Due to the structure of a plane shape, you cannot find the volume of a plane shape. The only thing you can find for a plane shape is the area. But a solid shape are shapes that most of these containers are in solid shapes, because just as it sounds, they are solid. They can hold content actually, like the square, like the cube, sorry, the cylinder, the cone, and the rest. But in this particular class, we are dealing with plane shapes. Plane shapes. And no matter the number of sides, it has a name in as much as it is a plane shape. Now, examples of plane shapes, I told you triangle, square, circle, rectangle. You know what a circle is. It's a plane shape. A rectangle, a pentagon, and etc. Although a circle is a special type of a plane shape, unlike other plane shapes, it is special because it doesn't have any vertice, no vertices. It is just a round shape, very special. But then the rest, like I said, the plane shape are shapes. Polygons are shapes that have 3 or more sides. Polygon are plane shapes that have 3 or more sides. Plane shapes with 3 or more sides are referred to as polygons. Now, number one, we have triangle. Number one, we have a triangle. Now, a triangle refers to a plane shape with 3 sides. 3 sides. A plane shape that has 3 sides is called a triangle. A polygon with 3 sides is called a triangle. Now we have a quadrilateral. A quadrilateral is a plane shape with 4 sides. It has 4 sides. We have a pentagon. Pentagon is a plane shape with 5 sides. Then we have a hexagon. A hexagon is a plane shape with 6 sides. We have a heptagon, a plane shape with 7 sides. an octagon, which has 8 sides. We have a nonagon, 9 sides, a decagon, 10 sides, in that order. We have undecagon, 11 sides. We have dodecagon, 12 sides. Now, these are plane shapes. And if you notice the shapes I listed, they all have a particular number of sides. Now, polygons, like I said, polygons are plane shapes with more than 3 sides, 3 or more sides, ranging from the triangle to the quadrilateral. Quadrilateral are plane shapes with 4 sides. Examples of quadrilateral are square. A square has 4 sides. A rectangle, it has 4 sides. A quadrilateral. We have shapes like, what is it called again? We have the square, we have the rhombus, the kites. Now, all these are plane shapes, and they are called quadrilaterals because they have 4 sides. Now, we went further to look at pentagon, hexagon, heptagon, heptagon, 7 sides, hexagon, 6 sides, octagon, 8 sides, nonagon, 9 sides, decagon, 10 sides, in that order. Now, the theorem we'll be looking at today is the third theorem. We've treated 2 theorems prior to this class. Now, the third theorem we'll be treating today, theorem 3. The sum of interior angles of any n-sided polygon is n minus 2 times 180 degrees. The sum of interior angles of n-sided polygon is what? N minus 2 times 180 degrees. Now, where n refers to the number of sides, for example, a triangle has 3 sides. Tell him to join the class. Tell him to join the class. That boy, tell him to join the class. The sum of interior angles, like I said, of n-sided polygon is n minus 2 times 180 degrees, where n refers to the number of sides. Now, this is the formula for finding the sum of interior angles of any n-sided. N refers to the number of sides of a polygon. Now, if you want to know the number of interior angles, now I'm sure somebody would have been wondering, how did you know that the sum of interior angles of a triangle is 180 degrees and we've been solving? Okay, what if it's a quadrilateral? What is the sum of interior angles of a quadrilateral? It's plane shape that has 4 sides. Okay, what if it's a pentagon? The sum of interior angles of a pentagon will be what? Now, the formula for finding the sum of interior angles is n minus 2 times 180 degrees, where n is the number of sides. So n, that's 3 minus 2. Now n, let's say for a triangle, since it has 3 sides, it means the n for a triangle is 3. So 3 minus 2 times 180 degrees. 3 minus 2 gives you 1. Now 1 multiplied by 180 degrees gives you 180 degrees. Now that is the sum of interior angle of a triangle. And you agree with me that in our subsequent classes, we've been finding sum of interior angles. We've been using the sum of interior angles of a triangle to solve so many questions. And we agreed that the sum of interior angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. Okay? Now, mostly in this context, you'll be given a shape and asked to find the sum of interior angles of that shape. Yes. The thing you have to do, the first step is to identify the shape by counting the number of sides. Now, when you are given a shape, knowing that the formula is for finding sum of interior angles is n minus 2 times 180 degrees. Now, you look for your n. Now, what is the n? N is the number of sides. So now, by identifying the shape, you know the number of sides. So when you count the number of sides, you know the name of the shape. Now, if the shape is a regular shape, you can be asked to find the size of each angle. Now, we'll be going into that subsequently, but not in this class. But basically today, we'll be dealing with identifying a shape first, and using the identification to find the sum of interior angles. Now, sum of interior angles is the total angles, the total number of angles that are present in that shape. Like we just did above, we found the sum of interior angles for a triangle. and we confirmed that it was 180 degrees. Now, I told you that if it's a regular polygon, you'll be asked to find each angle, and we'll not be going deeply into that today. We'll be doing that in our subsequent classes. Now, you might be wondering what a regular polygon is. Now, a regular polygon refers to a polygon in which all its sides are equal. Now, if all the sides of a polygon are equal, it means all its angles are equal. What am I trying to say? An equilateral triangle has equal sides. Now, an equilateral triangle is a regular polygon, meaning that what each angle will be 180 divided by the number of sides, which is 3. Each angle will be 60 degrees, and that a square is a regular polygon in that order. So a regular polygon is simply a shape that has equal sides, a polygon with equal sides. For example, the equilateral triangle, like I told you, the square. Now the angles of a regular polygon are also equal. Now the sides are equal, like I told you, and the angles too are equal. Now, example, identify and find the sum of interior angle of the polygon below. Firstly, you identify. Secondly, you find the sum of interior angles. Now, the sum of interior angles refers to the total number of angles that are embedded in this polygon. The total number of angles that can be found in this particular polygon. The first thing we do is we count the number of sides. So you count with me. Now this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, and this is 6. It means this particular polygon has 6 sides. Conversely, if you want to also count the number of angles, you observe it is also 6. You can count with me. Now this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, and this is 6. Now this particular plane shape, this particular polygon, has 6 sides and 6 angles. Now you ask yourself, which polygon has 6 sides and 6 angles? And that's a hexagon. A hexagon has 6 sides and 6 angles, and therefore n, which is the number of sides, is equal to 6. Now if n is equal to 6, the sum of interior angles of a polygon is equal to 6 minus 2. I told you sum of interior angles is n minus 2 times 180 degrees. Now we discover that our n, which is number of sides, is equal to 6. Now 6 minus 2 times 180 degrees will give you the value for the sum of interior angles of this hexagon. Now 6 minus 2 gives you 4, multiplied by 180 degrees gives you 720 degrees. Now 720 degrees is the sum of interior angle of a hexagon. I told you first thing to do, you identify your shape. Now we've identified our shape and we discover that our shape is a hexagon. Now we discover that due to the fact that it has 6 sides, you call it a hexagon. So the sum of interior angles of a hexagon is number of sides 6 minus 2 times 180 degrees. 6 minus 2 gives us 4. 4 times 180 degrees gives us 720 degrees. It's a very straightforward concept. Now the assignment to be doing is quoting from WIEC 2018. A diagram was given and then we are asked to find the area of the quadrilateral. Now this is a Broadway application. Some angles were given, so you find the angle. By using the angles you'll be able to find other sides. Then by using the side, then you find the angle of the quadrilateral. Your assignment will be submitted on the WhatsApp group. But before we go today, we'll just do a brief recap in case you joined late and in case you missed the point. We studied polygons today, and I stated clearly that a polygon refers to a plane shape with 3 or more sides. 3 or more sides. Examples, we gave examples of triangle, square, rectangle, and pentagon. A triangle has 3 sides. A square has 4 sides. I say 3 or more sides. Now you notice that for each of these plane shapes I listed, there was an addition of sides or reduction of side. but the number of sides was never less than 3. A triangle has 3 sides, a square has 4 sides. A rectangle has how many sides? 4 sides too. A pentagon has 5 sides. Now we listed examples of polygons. Now these polygons, we have triangle 3 sides, we have quadrilateral 4 sides. Now what are quadrilaterals? We know them, we know a lot of them. Examples are square, examples are rectangle, we have the kite, we have the rhombus. Now any 4-sided polygon is called a quadrilateral, irrespective of the specific name apportioned to it. Like I told you, kite, a rhombus, and the rest are all examples of plane shapes, and they are called quadrilaterals. Now, we have a pentagon also. A pentagon. A pentagon has 5 sides. Any plane shape with 5 sides is called a pentagon. We have hexagon 6 sides. We have heptagon 7 sides. We have octagon 8 sides. We have nonagon 9 sides, and we have decagon 10 sides. Then on decagon 11 sides and dodecagon 12 sides. I made it clear that all these plane shapes, you can actually find what this number of interior angles in these plane shapes using this third theorem, theorem 3. Now this theorem states that the sum of interior angles of any n-sided. Now n-sided refers to the n refers to the number of sides. Now n is the number of sides of the polygon. The sum of interior angles of any n-sided polygon is n minus 2 times 180 degrees. N minus 2 times 180 degrees is the sum of interior angles. Now, for this particular question, they say we should find the sum of interior angles of a triangle. And the first thing you take note of is the fact that the triangle has 3 sides. That is to say, n is equal to 3. Now, hence, the number or the sum of interior angles of a triangle is equal to 3 minus 2 times 180 degrees. And you agree with me that 3 minus 2 is 1, and 1 times 180 degrees gives us 180 degrees. That was why in our subsequent classes, we said the sum of interior angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. So if you are finding sum of interior angles for any other plane shape, you just know the number of sides of that shape. Then that number of sides minus 2 times 180 degrees gives you the sum of interior angles. Now, I made it clear that mostly in this context, you'd be given a plane shape and asked to find the sum of the interior angles of that shape. And the first thing to do when you're given a plane shape is to identify the shape by counting the number of sides. Yes, I was given a shape. How many sides are in this shape? Now, if the shape is a regular shape, you can be asked to find the size of each angle. Now, like I said, the first thing to do is to identify the shape. Once you know the number of shape, you know n. Now, n is what you need in this formula, n minus 2 times 180 degrees. N is what you need to solve for any polygon. So once you know the number of sides, you can actually find your number of interior angles, or the sum of interior angles. Now, if the shape is a regular shape, you can be asked to find the size of each angle. Now, a regular shape refers to a shape. A regular polygon refers to a polygon in which all the sides are equal. If all the sides are equal, it is said to be a regular polygon. For example, the equilateral triangle now is a regular polygon, and it's because it has equal sides. All the sides of the equilateral triangle are equal. The square is also a regular polygon because it has equal sides. Now, we also have regular pentagons, regular hexagons in that order. So if it's a regular shape, you can just find, although we'll not go deeply into that. We'll do that in our subsequent classes. Now, a shape was given and you're asked to identify and find the sum of interior angles of that shape. Now, the first thing I said we should do is to count the number of sides. Now, let's count. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, and this is 6. I go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, the number of sides of this shape is 6 sides. And I told you that any plane shape or any polygon that has 6 sides is called a hexagon. Now, meaning what? If you're asked to identify this plane shape now, you should know that this plane shape is a hexagon. Now, the above shape is a hexagon. It has 6 sides. And n in this formula, n minus 2 times 180 degrees, represents the number of sides. So we know our n to be 6 now. The sum of interior angles will then be this n, which is 6, minus 2 times 180 degrees. Now, 6 minus 2 gives you what? 4. 4 times 180 degrees gives you 720 degrees. Now, this is the sum of interior angle of a hexagon, 720 degrees. Now, this is a question from WAEC 2018. It says in the diagram PQRS, the diagram is a quadrilateral. Now, angle PQR equals to angle PRS and is equal to 90 degrees. The line PQ is equal to 3 cm and line QR equals to 4 cm. Now, and PS is equals to, line PS equals to 13 cm. Now, find the area of this particular quadrilateral. Now, this quadrilateral has 5 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like I said, it has 4 sides, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, because it's a quadrilateral. I told you that any plane shape that is called a quadrilateral has 4 sides. So this assignment will be done and submitted on the WhatsApp group. Thank you for joining the class and God bless you. Please ensure you join and stay tuned for most of our classes. It's good that we follow the classes consequently so we'll not miss out on some important and prevalent points due to the fact that we have forthcoming exams and you don't know where the questions will come from. So you need to be up and doing. You need to be very, very, very alert. And you need to join most of those classes to gain immensely from them. Thank you for joining the class once more. And please, if you are watching this video online, if you are watching this video on WhatsApp, I would love you to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos. Thank you and God bless you. My name still remains Smith Adebo.